everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Aidin and you are watching Mastering Life Together channel. I'm really happy that I'm here with you today again. And today I'm going to talk about one of the most exciting part of immigration. I mean, one of the phases that is most exciting, dream phase. You know that if you check my other videos, last video, we talked about different phases in immigration process. And today, specifically, I want to talk about dream phase. For those of you who hadn't chance to check that video, the link of that video is mentioned actually in the description, so you can watch it. You know, we have different kind of phases. We have dream phase, which is the initial phase. We have application phase. We have arrival phase. We have adaptation phase. We have integration phase, and lastly we have reflection phase. In each video I'm gonna actually talk about each of them. So this video is the first one. So in this chain of video that I want to talk about immigration, my own experience of immigration, and my information, my knowledge, and whatever I can share with you, I do my best to do that. I moved to Canada 4 years ago, and in this process I faced with different challenges, obstacles, good points, bad points. So I faced with different kind of things, so I will share them with you. But honestly, fortunately, I had great experience from this process. At the beginning, when I moved here, I had really, I was really nervous about my job, which is the really most important part of this process. But fortunately, I could find a great job. It wasn't that easy. It took around 6 months as a full-time job. I applied, but fortunately, at the end, I could find one of the dream job that I had in my mind. After that, I growth. After that, each step actually I growth. In my career, actually I growth step by step. And right now, after 4 years, I'm here to talk about all those things. Um, so right now, I'm confident that my experiences might be useful for you as well if you are in the process. If you already immigrated and you are in the adaptation phase, you can find other people's challenge or experience and projected them in your own life. If you are in the process of application process or in the process of application and you are waiting for approval, again, this chain of videos would be great for you. And if you are in the first phase, which is dream phase, which is the topic that today in this video we're going to talk about that. The most important thing in this phase, in actually dream phase, is you have to find the reason why you want to move out from your own home country. This is very important because it actually give you more clue that which countries might be best for you. For myself, actually, the motivation that I had in that time, and the reason that I chose to move out from my home country was that 8 years ago, Iran economically actually collapsed because of some political kind of things that I'm not interested talking about them right now. But economic collapsed. Before that time, actually, I had a business. I was successful. I was, I was making, actually, I was in the, I was making plan to grow my business. But after that economic collapsed, I had to change my mind. I had to think about other options that I had. So that was initial spark in my mind that I want to move out. And the motivation I had in that time was I was looking for better quality of life. I was looking for new opportunities to grow. And honestly, I was looking for free kind of country. So based on that, and the other fact, which I believe is one of the most important thing in that step, is that Canada for me had an advantage. So in that phase, in that step, you have to look for that. If you have to find it in which countries you have advantage, in which countries you have network, in which countries you have family and friends. So for me, actually, Canada was the best one because my sister actually was living here for about 20 years. So I chose Canada. But, in your case, might be different. The reason might change this fact. For example, if you're looking for, uh, you know, tax reduction, or if you're looking for, growing your business, maybe Dubai is the best option for you because you are not paying any tax. Here in Canada, you have to pay 30, 40, 50 kind of percentage of tax. So it all depends on the reason. So after you find the motivation, after you find your reason, after you find in which countries you have advantage, it's a time in that phase, in dream phase. It's time to looking for the information, looking for general kind of information. You can search it, you can Google it in the internet, you can talk with counselor, you can talk with other friends and families who are already living outside of your country to get as much information as you need. Sorry. You know, some information is really important to know in that phase. Some of them actually is like migration pathway. You have to find which kind of application process that a specific country have. For example, in Canada, we have different kind of uh, you know um, application that we can apply. We can apply for express entry. We can apply for startup visa. We can apply for a student visa. We have different kind of visas that we can choose which is the best for us or for you, for me, whatever that is the best option to apply. Um, you have to find the immigration requirements. You have to find the cost of living in that country, in that specific city, because sometimes city by city, would be much difference. For example, in Canada, the cost of living in Toronto is definitely different with Calgary. So based on your financial asset, you have to find which city and which province is the best for you to apply. Job market is the another thing that you have to consider in that space, and cultural information. You have to, check, what is the culture you have in that specific countries. After finding all this information, after gathering all this information, now it's time to fantasize your life in that country. You have to, you have to, you have to see yourself as a person who faced with different opportunities and even challenges and obstacles. And for challenges and obstacles in that specific time would be the best time for you to find the solution. For example, language barrier is one of the most important things that we all might face with. So for language barrier is really actually useful to improve your language skills 2 years before applying, for example. Cultural difference. I myself, for example, try to overcome this challenge by watching Canadian movies and Canadian series to find the culture of people inside of Canada. Financial instability is the other one. So you have to focus on maximizing your saving to overcome that concern as well. Homesickness is another thing that you have no any kind of solution for that. You have to jump there and you have to find if you can make it or not. But don't worry about that much, specifically for some multicultural countries like Canada, like USA, like UK, like Australia, because you definitely find the community of your people there. So it can actually relieve that kind of fear. Um, the other thing that is really hard to cope with is leaving your family and friends, behind. Honestly, each person might have different kind of solution for that. I myself, for example, I had so many friends, I had so many families living here, so that was easier for me to, you know, settle down in this country. But this might be different for you. So for each of these barriers, for each of these actually concerns, before deciding to apply, you have to find solution. In that case, you can, overcome all those challenges more easily. And after doing all those things, you need to build, support system inside of your family. It's really good to share your plan with your family, father, mother, partner, or other family members, other friends, because they can give you advice, or they can give you some information that might help you a lot in this process. And also, at some cases, maybe you, after talking with your friends that, for example, you have planned to go, for example, to USA, to Australia, to Europe, they might actually introduce you to some people that in that specific country, they can help you. So again, building network is really important for you to make. So don't lose that chance, and always try to get advice from people. So overall, I want to, summarize all things that I mentioned in this phase. The most important thing, find a reason for you, why you want to move out. Find the motivations, find which countries have advantage for you, then try to gather information you need. What kind of visa you want to apply, what kind of financial asset you need to apply, what is the cost of living for that specific location you are applying, what kind of cultural difference you might have in that country. Then try to consider yourself that you're already living in that country and you are facing with some challenges, obstacles, and try to fantasize how you want to cope with them. Try to find solution for each of them. With plan, you can make this process more easily for yourself. So always try to do that. After that, try to, build network around you to make this process easier and ask other people to get advice. If you make all these steps in this phase before applying for the applications, for immigration applications, I think you have more smooth kind of transition from your country to new home country. So you can you can feel that you are at home sooner than that time. Thank you so much for watching so far. In this video we just talked about dream phase. In next video we're gonna talk about application phase, which is the next phase. And I will share my experiences with the video actually about my application process, and the other video we're gonna make to cover all other kind of phases as well. And then we're gonna talk more detail about, for example, culture shock, about workplace ethics that you can face with in Western countries, or other kind of things that might be useful for you. I do my best to share all my experiences, my own experiences, my wife's experiences, my friends' experiences, to make this process easier for you guys. Don't forget to write comment for me here. Ask me what your question if you have any question, ask there in your comment. Like the video if you like it. I did actually my best and to make an informative kind of session for you, make an informative kind of video for you. I hope I could do that. So don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, because after subscribing you will be the first person who know that the new video actually uploaded. So don't forget to do that. So this was all I had in this video. Be motivated, be patient, and be persistent in this process. I do my best to make another videos for you to make this way easier for you. See you in next videos.